What's up guys, Alex from FIFA Scouting Tips here, and welcome to my guide on the best free attacking midfielders in FIFA 15. Today I'm just going to look at my top 3 recommendations, so if you want to see all of the top rated attacking midfielders in the game that you can get for free, head over to FIFAscoutingtips.com for the full article. Every player in that guide has a minimum potential of 75, so you know they're all going to be good players. Just before I get started, don't forget to enter the Scouting Gold contest this month. It's on the best 16 and 17 year old players this month in any position. All the details for entering that will be at the end of the video. That ends at the end of June, so you've got plenty of time to find an amazing player or two. So let's now check out my recommendations. To sign any of these players, just find them in the January transfer window and click Approach to Sign on Contract Expiry. They'll then join your team for free at the end of the season. So we start off with Yoan Gourcuff. He starts at 79 overall and has 81 potential, and he's 27 years old and plays for Olympique Lyon. His wages are £90,000. He's right-footed with a 5-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves. He's also injury prone and has the flair trait as well. So if you look at his stats, there are some amazing attributes in there. 85 ball control, 84 long passing, 83 short passing, 85 vision, as well as excellent shooting stats as well. He's also pretty strong, so he can hold his own against defenders when he's going forward. He's basically going to be a dual threat to the opposition as both a creator and a goal scorer, and basically is the player to go for if you can afford his wages. Next up we have Alberto Bueno. Starts at 76 overall and has 77 potential. He's 26 years old and plays for Rayo Vallecano in Spain. His wages are £50,000 and he's right-footed with a 3-star weak foot and 3-star skill moves. So if you want an attacking midfielder to sit just behind your strikers and cause havoc for the opposition, this is your man. He's got 77 finishing and 80 long shots, so he can score from pretty much any distance. And he's a bit quicker than Gourcuff as well, which is useful for getting in behind defences. So he is more of an attacker than Gourcuff. He's not just a cheaper option as well, he's more of an out-and-out attacker, so he's the one to go for if you need that sort of player. Then finally we have Joseph Husbauer. Starts at 70 overall and has 77 potential. He's 24 years old and plays for Cagliari in Italy. His wages are £20,000, he's right-footed with a 3-star weak foot and 2-star skill moves. So he's basically my budget option because he's very much like a cheaper version of Alberto Bueno, and he's very attack-minded. He's got 76 finishing and 71 heading, which should see him score his fair share of goals, while his passing and dribbling are also very useful. He differs slightly from my previous choices in that he's both quick and strong, so that should be very useful for you going forward. So those are my recommendations. Let's now have a look at how they did after 3 years of growth. Okay, we start off with Gourcuff after 3 years of growth, and unfortunately he has declined a little bit, mainly because FIFA seems to hate older players, but as you can see with his technical stats, they haven't decreased at all. So he is basically, in terms of technical stats, just as good as he was when he started, which is fantastic considering his physical stats have started to go down. So what this means is that you can basically sit him a little bit further back if you need to, where he doesn't need to have the pace to get past defenders, where he can pull the strings in central midfield, a bit like Pirlo, that sort of player. So he still has like 84 dribbling, 84 long passing, 85 ball control. It's still just as good as it always was. So he's still a really good option as long as you don't need his mobility. So he is a good option for that sort of thing. Then up next we have Alberto Bueno. He's now on 78, so he's actually exceeded his potential, and he has some really superb stats in here. 83 long shots and 85 curve. That's going to make him deadly from long range. Just take a shot from distance and you've got a good chance it's going to beat the goalkeeper. 82 dribbling and 84 ball control. He's also going to be really good at taking the ball past opponents, and of course he's still got that good finishing as well. So he's a really useful player. A little bit less than Gourcuff in terms of wages, but still very handy indeed. And then finally we have Joseph Husbauer after 3 years, now up to 75 overall, and he as well has some superb stats in here. 88 short passing, that is incredible. But also what's interesting is that he has 78 finishing, but also 78 stand tackle, so he's just as good going forward as he is in defence. That makes him very, very flexible. You can play him in all sorts of positions in midfield, wherever you need him to be. His physical stats have also gone up too, with that pace and strength. Now he's a real beast in midfield. Really, really useful player to have, and he only costs £20,000 in wages, remember, as well, so very cheap as well. So those are my 3 recommendations. If you want to see every attacking midfielder that you can get for free in FIFA 15 with at least potential 75, head over to FIFAscoutingtips.com. There'll be the full article there with all their wages, their potentials, their overalls, all that kind of good stuff. So make sure you head over there and check that out. The Scouting God contest is on this month, and it is on best 16 and 17-year-old players. Last month it was just on strikers, and they're very difficult to find in FIFA 15, so I've opened it up a bit this time. It can be any position as long as they are 16 or 17 years old. So if you've found a good player that matches that description, take a picture of them when they are either in the academy or just after they've been promoted. Make sure there's no stat growth if you can help it, just to keep it fair for everyone. Then send that picture to @FIFA on Twitter using the hashtag ScoutingGod, or you can send it to Facebook, which is facebook.com/FIFA or you can submit it on FIFAscoutingtips.com, or you can leave a link in the comments below, whichever way you want to do that. That ends at the end of June, so you've got a fair amount of time to find a really good player or two, so make sure you get around to entering that. Keep all your comments and suggestions coming. Any other ideas you've got for what I should do on this channel over the summer? Also on FIFAscoutingtips.com, any ideas you've got, I really want to hear it. So let me know all that, keep it all coming. Leave a like as well if you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Good opportunity, but again, another massive bong hit after the last game. Bong getting a huge elbow in the face there. I don't know what it is about him, but he seems to be a marked man.